Hold it together, Myron. Just hold it together. All right. Okay. I want to keep this one short, but before we get started here, I just want to read this little paragraph taken from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette when they interviewed Jason Axon about his new movie, Night of the Animated Dead. Okay, you ready? If you were ever hesitant to watch the original film, this is the version to see. It's a fast-paced roller coaster ride of violence. Okay. First of all, if you have someone, if one of your friends is hesitant to watch the original Night of the Living Dead, I would bring into question whether or not they were even a fucking fan of horror movies, okay? Because if there was ever a classic, it is Night of the Living Dead, okay? Secondly, the only movie you need to show the person, if they won't watch the original, for whatever fucking stupid reason they give, then you show them the 1990 Tom Savini version. That's all you have to do, because it does not get any gorier or amped up or any better than that remake. Hey guys, welcome to Happywax TV. Okay, I'm not pissed off, all right, but it drove me nuts. I mean, this movie has been remade or retold a few times, and like, really, I don't know, like, none of them fucking work. Like, just leave it alone. I know it's free domain, okay, so anybody can fucking grab the name and slap it on their movie and try and remake it. And, you know, I get it. I read this interview, and I've watched a few other things. You know, when I first found out that this movie was getting made, Night of the Animated Dead, which is just a cartoon remake of the original movie, I was excited for it. I was. Do you know what I mean? Because I like cartoons. I really do. But for me, okay, I'm an older guy. I'm 50 years old, okay? And I know, and I didn't research all the different types of animation. So take it easy on me in the comments, okay? But I know what I like, okay? And for me, it has to appeal to my eye. And a lot of the newer animation, I don't like. Like, I'll give you an example. The first two SpongeBob movies that came out, loved the animation in that, okay? When the third SpongeBob movie came out, I fucking hated that animation. It's more of that digital style. That's not what this is. This is more like Warner Brothers does a lot of their movies, like the Batman series and stuff like that. I don't like that animation. There's no emotion in that animation. It's just it seems lazy and quick, and it's almost like a cut and paste style feel. Like the characters in this movie, like the voiceovers are fantastic. Okay, they do the best they did with what they're given. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that he threw in, he wanted to keep it as much to the original as he could, which he did. And he threw in a little bit of a new scene that we hadn't gotten before. And he trimmed off, you know, he cut it down to like just an hour and 10 minutes to kind of keep the pace going. So, you know, I'll give him props for that. But the animation style that they chose was terrible. It was. It just gave it this, it took everything out of it. It turned what could have been, you know, a fast-paced, balls-to-the-wall, gory movie into this boring, cut-and-paste looking, cheaply done animation. Because that's what it is. That's what it looks like to me. Okay, yeah, there's lots more gore in this movie, but it's cheap. It's just cheap. I don't even know if I can show you clips from it, you know what I mean, other than what's in the trailer. But it's just cheap. You know, if you want gore, there's so many graphic cartoons out there that are just balls to the wall gory. And this isn't one of them. It's just, it's lazily done. It really is. I don't know if he signed on for this movie before he saw what the budget was. I know it's lower budget. It absolutely is. You can tell by the animation, and it's the wrong animation. Listen, you've got, one of my favorite movies is Heavy Metal, okay? I love that movie. The animation, as old as it is probably the coolest animation that I've seen, okay? I loved it. It's gritty, it's grainy, it's rough looking. That's not this movie. It honestly looks like it's just cut and paste. The characters always have the same expression on their face. They have these highlighted, white spots in their hair. They never change, no matter which way they turn their head. It's like they just took all the emotion out of it. Like the actors who are doing the voiceovers give emotion to the character, but it's sucked out with the unemotion shown in this animation. Oh, and it's a shame. You know what I mean? Like God damn. It had potential. It really did. But I think at the end of the day, now again, what he's saying here is he wants to bring, a new audience to this movie. But show him the Tom Savini version. You can't get any better than that version. You really can't. You can argue with me if you want, but you're not going to win. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, the original 1968 movie is the classic. Okay, that's the one everyone should see. We've all seen that movie. Okay, everyone has seen it. If you call yourself a horror fan, you've seen that movie. Okay, but if you haven't, and you need something because, you heard it's boring or, I don't know, whatever, then you watch the 1990 version. It's a little more amped up, okay? It's a little more in your face, and there's a fuck ton of more gore in that movie, like Tom Savini style. That's the one you need to watch. This movie, I hate to say it, it's fucking boring. It really is. I appreciate what he tried to do, but it was the wrong animation. I don't know what, I just gave you an example. Use that style from heavy metal. I mean, there's a movie coming out at the end of October called The Spine of Night. Okay, check that trailer out. I'll play a clip for it down here. Like, it's that old school style animation. And this movie is from 1968. So why wouldn't you try and, make it gritty, or, you know what I mean? Or a little rougher like it was back in the old days when animation was kind of going through its phases and stuff. Use more of an animation style from that time era. It'll work. It does work. Spine of Night proves it. Anyways, I don't know. It was a good try, but I think they failed at this one, and I think a lot of people are going to give this negative reviews just because the animation was absolutely wrong. And really, he didn't change that much to it. He stayed, pretty much true to the script, which is fine. But when you're not going to do anything different, animation-wise, or draw your audience into it, just use this boring fucking animation. It just didn't work. I was not invested in this movie at any point. I tried to be. It just looked cheap. It just looked fucking cheap. So anyways, it's out now. Digital, okay? I think it comes out in a couple weeks on Blu-ray. And you can get it on Prime for $24.99. Hey, whatever. I don't know, whatever. You rent it. Rent it. If you haven't seen it, go rent it. Watch it. It's only an hour long. And then come back here and let me know if you agree with me on the animation. And it was the wrong choice. I don't even need, I don't even need to hear what you have to say. I know it's the wrong fucking choice of animation that they used. I don't know the background of it. Like I said, he probably signed on for it, had great intentions, and then saw what the budget was, and then they got stuck with this shit. The wrong animation for this style of movie. And I've seen a lot of those. It's, the Batman style animations they show on Teletoon. It's that kind. And I don't like that animation. It does not work for this style of movie. So anyways, Night of the Animated Dead. It is out now. If you've seen it, let me know what you think, guys. If you haven't, go rent it. Come back here. Please let me know what you thought of this one. Am I just blowing smoke here, or am I right about the animation? I know I'm right. I'm always right. It's the wrong fucking style of animation. They should have used something a little older and grittier looking with more emotion. There is no fucking emotion on any of these characters' faces. It's terrible. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Until next time, stay scared.